Good afternoon. How are you on this fine, fine day? It's not a fine day, it's a horrible day. The weather is horrible. You catch me here with Sabate. He's on a speaking strike because I burnt a pork chop. So, this is sort of a cross between a top tips video and sort of a talking point video. And you'll see why in a minute. One of my pet hates, one of my things has always been, as you will know, encouraging young drivers to come into the industry and helping and assisting in any way I can when they need assistance. That's why I set up the burping, yawning burps again, the video burps. That's why I set up the YouTube, the email, lorrydriverluke@live.com. But anybody's open. Anybody can email me that questions or whatever if you've got one help and advice. And I can't say I know everything, although some people will think I think I do. They think I think I do. Yes, I got called on LinkedIn of all places the other day because I disagreed with somebody. Everybody says you're an argumentative twat, and it's like this bloke had a one-sided argument on LinkedIn. He kept going on at me like I was tabbing his. Anyway. Yeah, so this is a bit of a pet hate of mine. It has been always. So as I was saying, running up to that, I'm very big pro young drivers. Older drivers slagging off the young constantly. You cannot seem to see a picture of an old truck on Facebook. And every time you do, you can almost guarantee that within 5 comments, somebody has made some smart-ass comment about the young drivers couldn't deal with that truck at all. It's like flying a rocket to the fucking moon or something. How do you think this attitude makes young drivers, especially ones who are just starting out, feel when you're always down on them? Yeah, the fact is, things change. That's all there is to it. And a young driver nowadays is no more or less capable than a driver 20 years ago, 30 years ago. They're just capable in different ways. I mean, they go on drive. All these old boys go on about automatics and stuff, whatnot. But the amount of questions you see on things like TruckNet from people who haven't seemed to have grasped the basics of automatics that have been driving donkey's years is baffling. But it just shows that there's nothing. It's not rocket science, basically. I think a lot of older drivers do it because they often feel a little bit insecure. And I can sort of get why they do. I never have. But they're a little bit insecure that you get these young drivers who can literally be doing exactly the same job as them in exactly the same truck. A job they might have been in 20 years and they've just passed their tests. But it's just the way of the industry. It's all it is. There's no career progression. You're not going to get bigger, fancier trucks unless you go looking for them. So yeah, I think a lot of it is compensating for the fact they feel insecure, but don't feel insecure. Don't give a shit what anybody thinks about you as a driver or anything like that. Make yourself happy. That's all there is to it. That's the sole purpose of life. Make yourself happy. And that's it. What people think of you, like I said, I called for more respect in a video recently, but even if we don't get more respect from the public, go about your day, do your best, be done with it. Because the fact is, yes, you get caught up in traffic at rush hour and stuff in the morning, and you're probably working from before when they do to after. But they get to sit in an office all day and you don't. So yeah, so stop slagging off the young. Assist, educate. If you think a driver is doing something wrong or is making a mistake, go and doing something wrong or making a mistake, sort of the same thing. Go and assist him, help him in any way you can. But be reasonable at it. Don't go in there bullshit like you know it all. Because there's a few drivers around. There was someone on Facebook the other day who was like, I've been driving in Europe for 15 years. You can't tell me anything. That's literally what he said. And if that's your attitude, you're fucked basically, because there is so much to learn throughout life, in every area of life. Never ever be close to more learning. any questions I can't answer when people ask me, I find out. Because nowadays, with the internet, you've got so much scope. Also, remind me, I'm going to try and do a page with European driving info. Somebody was asking me about like driving bans and stuff like that. So I'm going to see if I can sort out a page and like speed limits and all that. But yeah, so yeah, imagine somebody having that attitude. That's bloody shitty attitude. There's a lot of shitty attitudes in this industry, but there's a lot of good ones too. There's a lot of really good people around, and yeah. So just if instead of like taking a piss out of somebody or taking a picture of somebody making a mistake or a video, which seems to be becoming bloody common these days, just go over and help. That's all there is to it. This might be a record though, in still under 6 minutes. Yes. Good day. Do you want to have a final word, Bertie?
No. You know what I think of them. They could piss off. Bunch of twats.
Well, there we go. So yeah, that's the thought for today. Be helpful, be accepting, advise, help, don't take the piss. Good day.